Fiona has been helping professionals gain the confidence to live their best life for over 30 years. She is the founder of the Professional Growth Company, a licensed international NLP trainer, executive coach, clinical hypnotherapist, and leadership development trainer. Following a successful career in sales, working in Europe, Middle East, and the UK, Fiona transitioned into learning and development. Welcome everyone, welcome. Yes, so here we are at the best TV series, and we're very excited. We're very excited about bringing you the best speakers, the best coaches, the best authors, the best mentors. And today, well, we've got one of the best coaches, definitely one of the best coaches, Fiona Campbell. Fiona, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for inviting me here, Bernardo. It's really a pleasure to be here.
Fiona, when you were at school or in your early years, did you know what you wanted to be? Was I've had friends of mine, they knew they wanted to be architects or they wanted to be lawyers.
No.
Did you know what you wanted to be?
You've got to remember when I went to school, Bernardo. I went to school in the era of the era where women waited to get married. That was it. Yeah. That's what happened in Scotland. And you were a civil servant, teacher, or nurse. That was it. Any career guidance was civil servant, teacher, or nurse. End of story. I became an air traffic control assistant.
Wow.
And I became an air traffic control assistant because I left school at the age of 16. And at that stage, I was too young to get into university. And also, a lot of women didn't go to university at that time. And I had no idea how clever I was. Although I had very, very good exam results, I thought I was a bit thick. And I joined the civil service, and I was there about a year. And someone pointed out an advert in a newspaper and said, "You've got the qualifications for that." And it was air traffic control. So I became the youngest air traffic control assistant in the UK at the age of 17 and had to have my parents' written permission to do night shift. And I was doing snow control, snow clearance and things, going to check the runway after the snow clearance in my little van at the age of 17.
Amazing.
Yeah. So that's something I would have never known to get into, but it was luck that came my way at that point, an opportunity.
But I do believe that everything happens for a reason, and it put you on a path. So how did you get onto what you're doing now? Was there or was there a specific turning point? Again, I've interviewed a lot of people over the years, not always, but there seems to be sometimes a turning point or something that puts you on the path that you're on now.
I remember it very, very clearly. I did a lot of after air traffic control. I hitchhiked I left, and at the age of 19, hitchhiked to Greece and went and lived in Mykonos for about 3 years. Lived on beaches, just lived the life that everyone dreams about, and floated around basically most of my 20s. Running different bars, working in different places, and ended up in, of all places, Abu Dhabi in the Middle East. And I got offered a job there with Xerox after I'd been there a year. And I was with them for about 8 years, and I got to the stage, I was mid-30s, and I remember saying, "There's something I'm supposed to be doing, and it ain't this. I don't know what it is, but there's something."
Let me ask you, just before you go into more, because I'm very curious, what made you end in Abu Dhabi out of all the places?
I went to run a bar in Abu Dhabi.
Wow. A bar?
I was invited to run a bar in Abu Dhabi because the hotels have bars there.
And because you were Scottish, obviously had to, thinking.
Well, I'd been running the bar in the Comedy Store in London, and the Comedy Store, the original Comedy Store closed. And they were waiting because the lease had run up. And so they didn't know where they were going to move. And someone invited me to come and run a bar with music and bring mute bands over to this bar in the Middle East in Abu Dhabi. So that's how I ended up there.
Amazing. Sorry, continue.
No, that's okay. But I remember just going, I don't know what I want to do, but it was very, very strong. I had come to the end of that career.
So obviously in the Middle East, I know you've done a lot of training with big corporations, and you've trained a lot of people in that. One of the aspects I find fascinating, and I know obviously, as I said, you've trained a lot of people over the years, but for me, whenever I've come across either a coach or I've come across someone in human resources or someone that's in sales, and they've never heard of NLP or they've never done any NLP. I know that there's so many skills that are missing. I know that there's so many skills that are missing, and it's only those that have done NLP training that then really appreciate it. And I know for you, maybe it was when you were doing your first clinical hypnotherapy, but for me, I was standing in the room on day 3 of my NLP practitioner, and I was 30 something, and I was thinking, oh my God, why am I learning this only now? You know, so what does NLP bring as far as skills?
Well, from a coaching perspective, for me, having the skills of using the NLP Meta Model, the NLP Meta Model is the information gathering tool of NLP. And the NLP Meta Model helps you instantly get to the heart of what someone is saying. Because especially when we coach, the first goal that someone will come up with is never the goal, it's never the one they really want. So having the skills to craft the questions in such a way that someone has really got to think, and you see that happening with their eye access cues, their eyes moving, you'll see someone thinking and starting. So you're bringing up information and helping people get much, much clearer using questions in a very specific way. And I mean, in my sales career, I was brilliant with open questions, but I hadn't a clue, Bernardo, until I learned the meta model, that when it's all very well being brilliant at asking open questions, but when you know where you're targeting those open questions to, that's what the meta model gave me. So in coaching, in sales, in all my training, I can get really clear very, very quickly about what it is someone wants to achieve. And the NLP skills also give people the, because you're gathering information and someone's giving you that information, the beauty is watching them suddenly go, oh, I could be doing this. I could be doing, they're coming up with their own solutions. And to me, that is magical, because when someone speaks about something and starts coming up with their own solutions, they're owning it. And it's totally different to telling someone what you should be doing is this or what you could do is that. When someone goes, oh, I didn't realize I could do that. That's the key of coaching. So for me, the NLP skills and the coaching skills go absolutely hand in hand.